Hit subscribe and press the bell notification button to never miss a video. Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Shivangi and I'm so excited to welcome each one of you for your Dream Fashion Life Challenge Day 4, Video 4, Training 4, whatever it is that you want to call it. Whether you're watching it live with me right now or whether you're watching it later, make sure you watch all these videos because this is a free 5-day training where I literally take you step by step, hold hands with you, and help you understand how you can professionally set your goals for a career in fashion, how you can create that perfect resume, even if you're a design student and you still aren't looking for a job or an internship yet. This is still going to help you in the future. And of course, share tips and tricks on how you can make a great portfolio. And of course, today being day 4, we will be focusing on something very, very crucial, which is how to cut through competition and make sure that your work stands out. So, without wasting any time, let's quickly get into this video. To all the new people who are joining us, hi, my name is Shivangi Lahoty. I am an IF Mumbai and FIT New York alumni, and I also hold a certification from IIM Ahmedabad in creative and cultural businesses. Over the last few years of being in the industry, I've been featured on various platforms. And how? Well, because I'm a fashion designer, I have my own design label in Aya & Co. I also am a content creator, and we are celebrating 70,000 subscribers on YouTube right now. And that is why I did this 5-day free training program for all my design enthusiasts, design aspirants, design students, and designers currently in the industry. And of course, I'm a fashion educator. I have my own design academy, Designer Shala, which is an online design academy, started Christmas 2020, and we currently have hundreds of students associated with us, studying from us, which is crazy. But coming back to the point, day 1 was all about professional goal setting, decluttering our lives, and getting focused. Day 2 was all about understanding the importance of a resume, the roadmap on making that perfect resume. Again, perfection is a myth. Cannot stress enough on it, but of course, we did learn some tricks on how to make sure that you make a resume that stands out, even if you don't have work experience to show. Day 3 was all about understanding what a portfolio is and how to make a great portfolio, with 5 special tips from my end, helping you understand how you can make a good portfolio for yourself, which actually moves and gets you that call back. Day 4 is today, and we will be learning how to cut through competition and make your work stand out. Pretty important, right? And it might sound very, very competitive, but such is the industry. You don't have to be mean or nasty. You just have to know that your work should stand out. And to do so, you're here. Who is this for? Design aspirants applying for colleges, design students looking for internships, design graduates looking for jobs, and designers looking to get back after a sabbatical. This particular video is dedicated to all kinds of people who are associated with the fashion and design industry or want to be associated. These are the 4 focus areas which I want you to remember. These are the 4 pillars on which your dream fashion life is dependent, okay? Your design projects, your portfolio, your resume, and that cover letter which you send out as email to all these prospective design colleges, design institutes, design brands, labels, companies, etc. Your design projects are basically something that need to have great concepts justified by great designs. You need to have good technical know-how of fashion illustrations. You need to have your own personal style. You need to have a very clear creative process. You need to have visual boards to support each project, and this is how you make a good project that stands out. And this project could be like a mini project of 4 to 5 ensembles, or it could also be something bigger like 8 to 12 ensembles. But the whole idea is that your designs, your aesthetics, and your design sensibilities should come across through your designs, for which you require really good design skills, fashion illustration skills, or if you're really bad at illustrations, you could also supplement them with flat drawing and have flat renderings of your actual garments, but those need to be absolutely perfect. It cannot be, ideally it should be both, but if you can't make do with fashion illustrations, you can always learn the skill. If you can't learn the skill as well, then go ahead and do the flat drawings. But all these other things that are a part of your project need to be extremely amazing to compensate for a lack of illustrations. Essentially, it's one of the backbone fundamentals of having a great portfolio as a designer. You need to have good illustration skills, or you need to learn. and get at a stage where your designs can at least be understandable, and your design insights can be understandable by your coworkers, by your co-workers, by the college faculties, etc. Now, number two is your portfolio. It needs to have a great cover. This is what creates a great first impression. And we've already busted this myth, but repeating it and reiterating it again here, your portfolio cover cannot be another person's image or artwork. That is plagiarism, and that speaks volumes about you as a designer. So please make sure that it's your own artwork, it's your own work. Create a clutter free, clean layout. Don't go overboard. Too much is not required. Okay, you need to have only the best projects shortlisted. Uniformity and balance is something that will really help you with your portfolio, and these are the two foundation principles of designs which will help you find some sort of balance in your portfolio. So make sure you focus on balance, make sure it's not too overpowering, make sure there is some synergy, make sure it is cohesive, make sure there is a theme that you're following. All these details are already there in our training for day 3, which is the third training video which I shared with you on YouTube. So give it a watch, it's much more detailed. Right, of course, you need to have great alignment and presentation of each project. Your presentation is basically like packaging the product. So even if you are like a really good cook, but you can't like plate your food really well, it's going to look substandard. But at 5-star hotels, even if the food is this much, when they plate it well, it looks expensive and luxurious. It's marketing, right? It's packaging the product a certain way. I'm not saying that your food is not good, I'm saying that your project or your portfolio is really nice, but for it to stand out, you need to package it the right way. Now, your resume is the third most important thing here, because this is speaking on your behalf. Your portfolio is talking about your design sensibilities and your aesthetics as a designer, and your inclination towards certain kinds of art forms, or certain kinds of crafts, or certain kinds of techniques. But your resume, on the other hand, speaks on behalf of you as a person, who you are. An impactful resume where your personality comes through is essential. You need to have your strengths, which are highlighted. Your lack of work experience or gap year is compensated for very cleverly. And all these things we have discussed on day 2, second video, which talked about how to build a really strong resume, where I showed you 6 sections that ideally you should be focusing on to have a resume which stands out and helps you position yourself, you know, in the upper 10% cream. Now, your cover letter or your statement of purpose, whether you're applying for design colleges or you're applying for jobs, these are, things that you could kind of interrelate. So, whether you're a design student or a design aspirant or a designer, all of these videos that are being made, are especially being made catering to you, whether you require it right now or whether you require it 1 year down the line or 2 years down the line. And also, it's being made keeping in mind that you always have something that you can learn from these videos and incorporate them in your life, in your current situation or your scenario, right? So if you are building a resume but you're a design student and you don't need support for a resume at this point, well, the things that I'm talking about, you can still work on them, so that when you apply for design colleges and they sit you down for an interview, you can talk about all these things that you have done other than just schoolwork. So focus on all of those things. Getting back to your cover letter or your statement of purpose, this is something that needs to be super fresh. Sorry about that. It needs to be super fresh. It needs to be engaging. It cannot be the same copy paste that you're BCCing and blasting emails to everyone. It needs to have a personal story embedded in the introduction. It needs to talk about you as a person, so that it convinces the hiring manager or the faculty who's looking at your work to actually open that portfolio and give it a good look. It has to be engaging. It has to, and in a world where we have completely gone digital and we're always on our phones and always on our screens and we're hardly having human interactions, these stories help humanize you a little and help the other person consider you human. And that touch is very important. So humanize your cover letter or statement of purpose. Now, activity for the challenge is, I want you to make a fashion illustration which represents your style as a designer, and you can post it on Instagram tagging us on Designer Shala. And if you can't do it, if you don't have Instagram, or you don't have a public profile, or you cannot even send me a DM, go ahead and just do it, and make sure you leave a comment down below letting me know that you've completed the assignment. You're not deceiving anybody, but just yourself if you're lying to me right now. But please do it. It's going to be a fun activity. It's going to push you to make something which represents your style and aesthetics as a designer. So go ahead and do it. And I will see you guys tomorrow now. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.